Oh, hi! I will eventually figure out what I want to do as far as a disclaimer at the beginning of the videos, but if you're a child and you're watching this, this is not made for kids content, and I suggest if you're offended by foul language and or possible drinking, you may want to mosey elsewhere. Okay, everybody good? Let's fucking get into it. Also, hi everyone! I don't think I've posted a video since before Thanksgiving, which both feels like it was a very long time ago and also not actually that long ago, as the person that is always saying I post videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and I haven't done that in a couple Saturdays and a Wednesday. I wanted to apologize for not sticking to my word on that. I posted a thing on Patreon earlier today. I'm filming this on Monday. Right away, got so many very nice messages, just people checking in, see that I was okay, and like everyone just being very supportive of me needing to take a little time to take care of other stuff. It sucks and I hate it when videos fall by the wayside, but yeah, unfortunately it's one of the only things I can set aside when everything else is too overwhelming, so I'm okay. Everything's gonna settle back down. That is not stress anybody else needs, so let's talk about good, positive things. Hey everybody, we made it to the end of a whole year of me, yes, having part-time employment outside of doing YouTube, Etsy, Patreon stuff, but it's my first year of being at least partially self-employed, and it's because of all of you that I got to this point. I don't know how to word how thankful I am for all of you. Those of you that get stuff on my Etsy shop, those of you that watch the videos, especially if you comment and stuff, it always feels more like a community endeavor when there's participation in the comments, and I understand not everyone can afford stuff in my Etsy shop, or you probably just don't want some of the stuff in my Etsy shop. Likewise, over at my Patreon, I know not everyone can afford it. I want nothing more than to just flood all of my favorite creators with Patreon donations from me. I wish I had the funds for it. I know how much it means to other creators, and I hope you all know how much it means to me that people put that kind of investment in me, and it just means the world. Before we get into the thing I'm going to show you, I really want to shout out the Patreon friends that I've had this year. Like, you made this all happen. Thank you so much to Chris and John and Amanda P, Sarah and Cheryl, Doug and Rob and Jeanette, Alex and Grant and Anne and Fawn and Sam and Tanya and Kaylin. I am very much hoping I'm pronouncing your name right because we've interacted so much this year especially, so let me know if I said that incorrectly. And Synth and Andrew and Chris and Dan and Heather and Dustin. I'm beyond words. I got really emotional earlier this morning when I was packaging up the Mealtime Perks, because the fact that there are 4 of you, and that there are even the number of all the tiers together, I think there's 20 of you. I literally have the list in front of me. There are 21 of you, and it's just mind-boggling, and especially knowing how long so many of you have been around. Yeah, I really wouldn't be able to do this the way I'm doing it without your support, and honestly, if it weren't for so many rad people hanging out for so long, nothing against any newcomers, like I understand you can't find every channel at all times, so thank you to newer people that have recently come to this little corner of the internet to hang out. All of it means so much, and I wouldn't be as excited to do videos and care as much as I do if you weren't all so fucking great. So yeah, that's me just diving headfirst into the cheese, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. I'm feeling very, very thankful, and I have goosebumps thinking about how fucking lucky I am. So yeah, now I will get off my just slathered in cheese soapbox and show you the thing I want to show you. Now, I do plan on building a different light box, by the way. This is a DIY light box that someone let me borrow. Let me know if you would like to see a video on it, because I already have the fabric for it. I just need to figure out what size box I want, and then go and get the PVC tubing to set up my own little box. But yeah, I am trying to up my product photography for my Etsy shop because it has such a big impact on, well, sales obviously, but quality of my shop, I think. I also think I'm just too harsh on myself, but I know having more professional looking photographs is a huge factor in a lot of successful Etsy shops, and I would like to be that at some point. So yeah, I have a photographer friend. I will link to his website below so you can go and check his stuff out. He's very, very talented, and yeah, gave me a chunk of his time showing me some tips and letting me borrow his light box. But yeah, anyway, if you would like to see the build on that, let me know and I will show you. Basically, it's PVC with ripstop nylon on it. And if you are unfamiliar, this is what I use for my studio lights. When I'm filming, they're normally behind the camera, which is why the lighting here is so whack. So I have two of them. I have another one over here. And these were just a super cheap $40-something light kit. They came with umbrellas on each, which it's basically the same material. It just diffuses the light. And they are with just regular daylight bulbs, so it doesn't have that yellow tone to it that a lot of regular house lights do. And I do even have a third light that lives over here. I broke it in one of my earlier videos because when they don't have the umbrellas on them, it's just an exposed bulb and is much more breakable, and I am a ham-fisted ogre. I don't often use that light, I just keep it safely tucked off to the side. But yeah, the lighting and this ripstop nylon diffusing box situation is making such a bonkers difference with how my photos are coming out, and also something he showed me on my regular ass smartphone. The photos I've been taking, like here's a side-by-side for one of the older ones I did, and I had these same studio lights with the umbrellas, but something about having lit up cube thing like this, it helps with the shadows and everything. I don't know. I'm not a photographer. I just picked the brain of a very smart photographer that was willing to share information with me, and I figured I would pass that on to you. Also, I'm sure if I let him or some other professional photographer take these photos, they would look so much better than what I'm doing for my very DIY approach and little to non-existent budget for these kinds of things. Cannot believe how much the photos have improved already. So yeah, let me actually get this other light over here so you can see how I have it all pointed. Okay, so let's build this from the ground up. So I have the PVC frame, all sides except the front with white on them. I mean, my desk is also white, so that's gonna help. It's not gonna reflect any odd colors because I've taken photos on colored paper, and sometimes that paper will reflect onto the item and kind of tinge the color. Like in these leaf earring photos I took, they have this pinkish red tone to them because of the paper I had underneath. So here's what we're starting with, and then I have a light on either side. I mean, pretty close to the side walls. The box I'm gonna make is gonna be smaller, I think, because most of the stuff I have is pretty small. It's a lot of jewelry. Probably half my Etsy shop is jewelry, but then I also have some zipper pouches, some washable face cloths, and anything bigger than that I have to be wearing, and like I'm not gonna fit in something like this. So I will have to likewise figure out alternative photo options for that. But I have some ideas. I think I mostly just need to get like white fabric to shoot photos against. That'll be a different video. This is like small product photography, I guess. And then you're probably wondering why the fuck these candle stands are in here. Oh, that was a horrible noise. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see it. They are holding a piece of monofilament, which is like fishing line, kind of invisible thread string attached across here. Oh, also hi, this is future me, and I wanted to show you what I'm attempting for my necklace photos. This is actually like a locker stand. I just need this to be hanging from something, and the little stands I had before weren't high enough for what I needed. Probably figured out this is just a piece of white paper. It's actually like a cardstock, like scrapbooking type paper, but any white paper you can use. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna do great. I hope this is at all helpful. Back to whatever I was doing. This guy recommended taking shots of earrings this way because I've had such a bitch of a time trying to figure out how to take good photos of earrings. Having them lay flat against something, that's not how they get worn. I don't know. It's a lot of like noise having the earrings on me and taking a photo, because then whatever I'm wearing gets in the way, and hair color, my glasses, and like all these factors, and then I have to worry about, you know, is my skin clear enough today for me to have a really close-up shot like this side of my face. If I put earrings in, I tend to keep them for me because I don't want people getting pre-worn earrings. Side note, I have pretty sensitive ears. I have a nickel sensitivity, so all of the hooks that go into your ear, they're all nickel free. So I'm going to hang these babies on the wire. This is a fun game because it's invisible thread, and I have very bad depth perception because I'm blind in one eye. So it's really, really fun. Okay, so I know there are plenty of fancy cameras out in the world. This is my Google Pixel. It's a Google Pixel 3, so not even the newest one, but I've heard it has a very good camera. That's kind of the point of the name of it. And I knew when I got this, well, it was one of the cheaper smartphone options, which is my main reason for getting it, but I knew I would want to build up my Etsy photography and try to get a business Instagram going. By the way, it's Sewing Nerd Studios if you don't follow me on there. I have a regular Instagram where I post a bunch of dumb shit, mostly my dog, and that's just the same username here. Okay, so I'm just gonna open my camera thing, you know, the camera. And I'm gonna get this pretty close. I mean, it focuses up pretty well, and then you can probably barely see what I'm doing. If I tap on the screen, I guess iPhones have something similar because the photographer I was with was able to get this same bar up pretty quick on his iPhone. Tap on the screen, and then there's a little, it's like a little sunny bar thing over here. It's not the zoom or anything. It's the exposure. Go up, it's going to brighten everything. It won't be as dark. And then we have a photo, and that's it. Really, the only other thing I do is crop the photo. Ooh, you are a little too close. Ooh, you know what? How about I turn this way and get all this diffused light bouncing upon my visage. Oh, also, holy shit. I should have mentioned this up at the top. My Etsy shop, which I'm taking these photos for the next week, I will post the dates here across the screen currently, but starting to, like, when you see this video up, it's already happening. You don't need a code or anything, but it is 15% off across the whole site. You don't need to meet any minimums. Anything that has free shipping still has free shipping. And talking about shipping, I did want to mention something that some of you may have noticed if you keep an eye on my Etsy shop at all. I did have to change my jewelry from being free shipping to having a separate shipping cost. I didn't want to jack up the price of each jewelry piece because to keep it saying free shipping, because you'd still be paying more, but if you bought multiple pieces of jewelry, you wouldn't be getting that shipping discount because, like, buying one piece of jewelry from me will cost the same to ship 5 pieces of jewelry to you. So that feels like you'd be getting cheated out of more money, adding the cost into the item. Where shipping for everything else is inexpensive enough that I don't think anyone's getting duped that way. But yeah, there were a couple breakages, and I, by the way, will replace earrings or whatever you get. If you're not happy with it or it gets broken in transit, please reach out to me and I will send you a replacement or swap out for whatever you want. Like, I'll take care of you. You are ordering stuff from me and I want you to get stuff that you actually want. So yeah, please don't be afraid if something goes awry with your order. That's what I'm here for, is to be good customer service. But yeah, so I package the jewelry a lot differently than I was before, and I haven't had any issues so far. Like, they've been going out like a dream, and I would stress about it. Like, there was one breakage I thought was just a fluke thing because it was an international package. I was like, well, you know, went through just a lot more going overseas. But then another pair broke that was just going to Massachusetts, and I was like, well, if that's gonna happen and we're getting into holiday season, I just need to change how I'm doing all of this. Another act of kindness, a fellow vendor, I will also link to their stuff in the description because they make beautiful woodworking stuff. Lost Woods Woodworking was my table neighbor at a convention I was doing earlier this year, and I asked him how he packages and like deals with the shipping stuff on Etsy and just, you know, shooting the shit about that kind of stuff. And he told me how he packages some of his smaller wooden items like the guitar picks that he makes and the wands and everything, and I was just like, that's gonna work so perfect for sending jewelry out. It's really gonna get everything out there safely. So I'm so thankful for other creative types and small business owners willing to share their information. And that's also why I want to share this with you. Likewise with the lightbox build, if you are interested in seeing a video on how I have changed my Etsy packaging, let me know and I'm more than happy to let you know about it. And yeah, I feel like the energy in this video is probably a little weird because it's more direct information and I'm also sharing stuff other people have given me. I mean, that's the nature of being a maker, is you're kind of always picking stuff up from other people, but this is basically me relaying information from someone else. And yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Please, if you're willing to share that kind of stuff, I would love to hear if you have like fun holiday plans going on. I know it can be a really, really bonkers and overwhelming time for a lot of people, so if you don't want to talk about it, I also totally understand. I had a really low-key Thanksgiving and it was so nice, and then I also got to see some friends that I haven't seen in a very long time. This coming weekend is going to be pretty busy for me, but all good things. It's going to be spending time with friends that I don't get to see often enough and some friends out of town, and I'm going to an event that I go to every year I'm very, very excited about. Yeah, I actually don't know what my Christmas plans or New Year's plans are, but New Year's is my very favorite holiday just because most people are in unbridled feeling of optimism and all the potential for the new year, and it's just such a great energizing feeling to be around, and I really like that about New Year's. I don't don't often go out for it, but just hearing other people talk about it, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get back to taking photos of all this stuff, and as I mentioned, there's a holiday sale of 15% off. You don't need a code or anything. It's just everything other than the custom orders, which is only like 3 or 4 items. But yeah, I will link to all that in the description, and to the small business friends that helped me out, I will also link to their stuff if you are interested. I can't thank either of those dudes enough for, yeah, lending me their knowledge and expertise. Okay, before I have a full relapse into the cheese, I'm going to go like I said I was gonna do. Man, I'm so bad at goodbyes. Okay, I will talk to you all soon. I'm planning to have another video Saturday, though my upload schedule will probably be changing once New Year's hits. I'm gonna cut myself some slack with the holidays coming up. I will keep you posted on where things are at. You'll still see me at least once a week. I just gotta recalibrate some things here at Sewing Nerd Studios. Hopefully, I will see you all this weekend with a new video. If not, don't worry, I'm fine. I will keep posting until the new year. I just, yeah, things are a little upside down at the moment, so I'm not gonna kill myself to do that. But I'm here. Let me know what you're up to, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. I mean, it is invisible, is the point of it, is that it's not noticeable.